Hey, what's up everyone, and happy 2019 to you all. I know I've been pretty behind on my end of the year roundups. Got a few of them in, and I'm sorry for the delay, a few technical problems here and there, and as for the game review as well, it is coming. But before I get to that, might as well look into this year, the stuff that I'm most anticipating, movies and video games, starting with movies. And, well, I'm going to do it a little bit differently than what I usually do. It's not going to be a top 10. Instead, since it's year 2019, it's going to be a top 19 list, plus a few honorable mentions here and there. So, might as well get a little creative, shall we? So here it is, my top 19 movies, plus a few honorable mentions that I'm looking forward to this year. And keep in mind, people, this is just my opinion, so if you don't agree with me, then oh well. Otherwise, let's get to it, shall we? Starting with number 19. The Lion King. Yes, I know most of you people are probably sick of these live-action Disney reboots, but I know most of you just can't stay away from them because you're curious to know what they're going to be like, and they've been pretty profitable at the box office, so it's pretty obvious that most of you are going to see this movie. And we got some pretty good voice actors lined up. The trailer does look promising, and it's got the same director from The Jungle Book. The same guy who did, of course, the first two Iron Man movies, Elf, and so forth, so I have faith in Disney. I think they'll do a faithful reboot to the original film. Not expecting a whole lot, but I did enjoy The Jungle Book. I didn't mind Beauty and the Beast. It's not as good as the original classic, but fingers crossed this one is good. Number 18. Annabelle 3. Alright, well, I mentioned this briefly in my, crappy horror films and their superior prequels review that a third Annabelle movie is happening. I don't know how this is going to work out since they, made a superior prequel to the first crappy movie, and it did really good. I guess this is going to go further into the plot, tie into the Conjuring series. Whatever the case, who knows how it will turn out. If it sucks, either way, I'm still going to see it. Number 17, Joker. Yep, that's the title of the movie so far. And Joaquin Phoenix is playing the Joker, apparently, and it's supposedly his prequel backstory, and I guess it ties in with the Batman franchise, supposedly. From what I've read, I don't think Harley Quinn is involved with this. I thought she would be, and I thought it was going to be related to Suicide Squad, even though that may not have been a favorite of amongst most comic book movie fans or critics in general, but this one is going to be, first of all, directed by Ty Phillips. You may have known him for a lot of raunchy comedies like The Hangover, Due Date, and so forth. So, yeah, I'm a bit skeptical on this one. I'm not sure if it's going to be PG-13 or R-rated, but I'm mostly skeptical on the acting choice as everybody else is. I've seen some of the leaked photos online. It does look a little promising, but a bit different for what you'd expect out of the Joker. I mean, yeah, Jack Nicholson was great, Cesar Romero was great, and Heath Ledger, even after all skepticism that we had, he blew us away and pretty much exceeded all expectations, probably being one of the best Jokers. And Jay Leto was okay, acceptable for the most part. May have tried a little too hard, and this one, I'm going to keep faith. I mean, I won't be surprised if it ends up bombing, but who knows how it'll turn out to be. I mean, so far as I know, the story's about him, how he fails as a comedic showcase guy and so forth, so who knows how it'll turn out to be. Maybe Todd Phillips will make another Hangover surprise hit film, which I thought was also going to suck. I know DC Comics has had a spotty history, but let's hope that the Joker can still do it. Number 16, Toy Story 4. Alright, well, trust me, I'm as skeptical as anybody else would be on this. And yes, this is a solid trilogy, and I think it ended in a very solid manner. So I don't know how this is going to continue on after the third one concluded the trilogy, and how it's going to make it a quadrilogy. Yeah, I know. It feels like Disney's trying to cash grab this franchise as a rather glorify it. But who knows? Unless they can come up with a really good script, keep the toys alive and well going with a good film, or it may end up like Cars 2 did. Who knows? I have faith in Pixar. Number 15, Shazam. Alright, I know, this trailer does look pretty cheesy, and I know DC comic movies have had a, rather spotty history compared to Marvel especially, but it's pretty much dominated the movie market right there. So, who knows? This could turn out like a Deadpool type of movie. I mean, it does look like it's going to have a lot of comedic self-aware type of elements to it. And, hell, I even met the actor who plays him, Zachary Levi, at New York City Comic Con last year. So, why not, right? See how he does in a film, after meeting him in person especially. It could either end up like a Wonder Woman or Aquaman, or it could end up like Batman and Robin. Let's hope not, right? Number 14, Secret Life of Pets 2. Alright, I know it's a kids movie, but at Illumination, these films are pretty funny, and this one does look like it's going to have some pretty funny elements. Some good pop culture parodies, hopefully. More pets, hopefully, and it's cutesy, I know, but Illumination has done pretty well with the first one. Let's see if they can do the same with this one. Make it like a Despicable Me 2, you know? Hopefully do just as good, if not even better than the first. Number 13, Frozen 2. Yes, I know, Frozen, the hype has still never died down. I know, this has been like Disney's runaway hit, all the spin-offs, and now a sequel. And if you saw the after-credit scene, spoiler alert right here, of Wreck-It Ralph 2, Ralph Wrecks the Internet, well, you got a teased sneak peek at it. But it wasn't for real. Who knows what the plot's going to be about. Disney's keeping pretty hush-hush on this, and I like the first one. I really did. The musical numbers are great. It's just been marketed pretty obnoxiously, and that's really what's been killing it. Other than that, yeah, if I didn't anticipate this, I know I'd get blackballed for it. Number 12, Glass. Yes, in case you don't know about M. Night Shyamalan, he hasn't had the best history. I mean, with The Sixth Sense and Unbreakable and, of course, Signs, which I actually didn't mind, it's not his best, but those were probably one of his few good films. Then he pretty much went on a shit streak and made one crap movie after another. So I don't have to say much there. And then he came back almost with The Visit, and then Split, boom. Came right back with a bang. Welcome back, M. Night Shyamalan. And surprisingly, yes, it exists in the same universe as Unbreakable, and this movie brings both of those movies together, sort of like how the Marvel Cinematic Universe brought Thor, Iron Man. It's bringing them all together. So let's hope M. Night Shyamalan still has it in him to direct a good movie. Number 11, The Lego Movie 2. Yes, like Lego Batman or Lego Ninjago movie, I guess, wasn't the Lego Movie 2? Nope, I guess not. Those were just spin-off sequel or prequels, whatever films you would call them. So this is legitimately going to be called Lego Movie 2. Not much to say. The same characters from the first one are going to be back, at least the main characters, and some new voice actors as well. So let's hope for the best and hope it's as funny. Hope for better music that's not as annoying as that Everything Is Awesome song. Please, I couldn't stand that song. That was the only flaw I had with the first one. Other than that, it had some great creative ideas. Hope for the best out of this one. Number 10, Zombieland 2. Wow, 10 years. 10 years since the first one, and we finally get a sequel that's been rumored for this long. Yep, believe it or not, it's finally happening, people, with the same director as the first one, the same cast coming back, maybe even more cast members. Maybe develop more characters and more story, more locations in there, and show any more survivors. Yeah, I loved the first one. It was great. Great horror comedy, one of the best. Scary and funny. Not expecting a whole lot. I mean, I know comedy sequels are a gamble, but it could pull a hat trick right here. Number 9, Star Wars Episode 9. Yes, this is so far the working title right here, and while Episode 7 was a great comeback for the series, to bring it back to its full form and glory, bringing back Harrison Ford, and sadly the last time, spoiler alert there, as well as Carrie Fisher, rest in peace, may the Force be with you there. But otherwise, yeah, it was a great comeback for this series. Great nostalgia, as well as new characters brought in. While the 8th one may not have been a favorite amongst most people, The Last Jedi to be exact, so yeah, it was a different director. It wasn't J.J. Abrams directing that one like he was with Episode 7, The Force Awakens, but thankfully he's coming back to hopefully pick up the mess and do it right and finish off this trilogy the right way. So let's hope for the best. May the Force be with you, Abrams. Number 8, How to Train Your Dragon 3, The Hidden World. Yep, How to Train Your Dragon is becoming a trilogy, and this is going to be the last one of this trilogy. And it's not the first time DreamWorks has done a trilogy. They did great with Kung Fu Panda trilogy. Let's hope this one does just as great. I love the first one, love the second one. It's going to be more dragons, judging by the trailer. Let's only hope for the best. That these dragons ride on. Number 7. It Chapter 2. Yes. A sequel to the remake that I didn't really anticipate because, well, after one remake in particular that didn't really blow me away as much as the original, this one, yeah, actually outdid the original. Much scarier clown, less convoluted story, and I think they're doing the smart thing, unlike the direct-to-TV version, by not convoluting it as much with too much plot point and overdoing it by, well, making it take place 30 years after the first one. So, yep, all the kids, which are part of the Losers Club, as they call it, are all going to be grown up, and it sounds like a pretty promising cast. So, and yep, the same actor who plays the clown in the first one is going to be back. More terror, more clowns. Yep, so bring it on. Bring on the scares. Stephen King type scares. Number 6. New Mutants. Yes. This is an X-Men related movie, and I'm not sure exactly where it's supposed to tie in continuity-wise. And yes, I am also aware that I anticipated this one for last year, but in case you're wondering, yes, it got delayed to this year because I'm assuming it's something to do with Disney's buyout of Fox, which obviously is the studio that makes these X-Men movies, as well as the crappy Fantastic Four movies and so forth. So, but this one, yes, is coming out this year. Thankfully, even though the trailer was out last year, it's a whole new member of mutant children, and I am a little bit skeptical seeing how it's taken more of a horror-like approach to it, but I'm going to keep faith on this one. It could work, or it could not. Who knows? I'm just hoping it is, well, X-Men the way it should be. Number 5. Spider-Man Far From Home. Yep. If you love Spider-Man Homecoming, I'm sure you're anticipating this one. The Spider-Man played by Tom Holland that's in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And in case you're wondering, this actually takes place after the, well, sequel to Infinity War. So I think that's what I heard pretty much. From what I've heard, I think he goes to Europe. Most of the same cast is going to be back from Homecoming, and as well as the villain's going to be Mysterio, played by Jake Gyllenhaal. A little skeptical on this choice, but who knows? He may pull it off as well. Number 4, X-Men Dark Phoenix. Another one that was supposed to come out last year but got pushed till this year, and I'm a little skeptical after seeing the trailer, but I wanted to see this character done right. And judging by it, it obviously looks like, if you saw X-Men Days of Future Past and so forth, they're obviously trying to wipe X-Men 3 off the timeline and act like it never happened, and hopefully do Dark Phoenix's character the right way, with obviously the same actress from X-Men Apocalypse playing Jean Grey, and Jessica Chastain coming into the picture as well. Yeah, it's all the same actors from X-Men Apocalypse, the younger version of the X-Men. So, fingers crossed that it works out great. I didn't mind X-Men Apocalypse. I know it wasn't a favorite amongst most fans, but I didn't mind it. Not the best, but certainly not the worst. And I'm hoping for the best out of this one. Number 3, Captain Marvel. Gotta love these Marvel comic movies, and I think this one will do just great. With Brie Larson playing the hero herself, supposedly from space. I don't really know too much about this character, but I'm sure the movie will elaborate plenty enough to get the character developed plenty. And yes, I find it funny how she's in Kong Skull Island along with 2 other Marvel Cinematic Universe actors, Tom Hiddleston and Samuel L. Jackson, but let's not get too carried away here. This movie doesn't look too bad, actually. It looks promising. It obviously is going to take place before the first Iron Man movie, during the 90s, and I find it funny how it's like, yeah, product placement thrown in there, with the Blockbuster Video thing, judging by the trailer, just to remind us that it takes place in the 90s, and I think it'll hold up fine. And if you watched Infinity War all the way out through, there is a hint of it, obviously, and she's obviously going to be in the sequel to Infinity War. Spoiler alert there. So, I think this gal will kick some ass and show the Avengers Marvel can still stay strong.